Hey guys, welcome to the Block Podcast. Once again, it's your boy Vic, and today we're gonna be talking about topic that's kind of like been going around, and we've been hearing a lot of people say this, and people are kind of like saying like, do you date to marry? Like, I think a lot of people are like, nah. Like, if I'm gonna be dating someone right now, it's actually gonna lead to marriage, because I'm not gonna just date someone just to date someone or whatever. And I kind of like, I just wanted to talk about it on the podcast. So I have your girl Kimberly and your boy Julien here today. And today we're going to dive into it and kind of give different perspective on what we think about that. And yeah. So yeah, Kimberly.
Oh my god.
Ladies go first.
Yeah, Kimberly, you want to go first?
I mean, I mean, everyone has to do what works for them. But I think for me personally, if I start dating, or even just having conversation, just talking to someone,
Yeah.
that I have romantic interest in,
Mm-hmm.
I think the moment I realize that this is not someone that I could ever marry, there's no point in going any further. Like immediately, it's over.
Oh, really?
I'm always that question is always in the back of my mind. Is this someone that I could marry or not?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if I know for sure, if I don't know for sure, I'll pursue, I'll see, explore. But if I know for sure that you have this trait, this mannerism, this characteristic, whatever personality trait that I could never marry, it's an immediate no. So yeah, I personally date.
No, you could
to
never marry. Don't even put it like that. Because, yeah, obviously, if you're dating someone that you could never marry, then obviously you can't be dating them. But, like, situations where, like, some people have some red flags, and it's like, okay, like, you can kind of look past that. Or, let's say there's certain things that the person has that doesn't really align with, like, what you want, per se.
Though.
Yeah, but like,
If there's a red flag-
Wait, talking about. You said look past red flags.
yeah, I mean, people look past all the time.
Okay, I don't think we should be doing that. Though.
No, I don't think we should be doing that, but it happens. Like, I feel like,
I think if you're not dating to marry, it's okay to look past red flags.
no,
So if you're like,
it's just
if it works, it works. If it doesn't,
everyone
it
has
doesn't.
like some sort of red flag. So it's like everyone has some sort of red flag. It's just about like how are you willing to cope with that red flag?
I feel like everybody has imperfections. I wouldn't say everybody has red flags. I feel like red flags are like caution signs. Like, okay,
This
Okay, okay. I agree.
I see. That, like, this can really cause problems in a relationship.
Yeah, go ahead.
Versus just
no,
like,
yeah. I agree.
okay,
I agree with you. I agree.
They're just a human being that has like their flaws.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you're
we're
right.
not talking about flaws. We're talking about red flags.
We're talking about okay.
Red
We're just talking about marriage. What do you think, Jillian?
I mean, I'm similar to Kimberly.
You with Kimberly?
I'm not like I'm very intentional like with what I do, and like I think because of the way I date is from like a really like biblical, like kind of old school Christian values.
Traditional.
More traditional. I'm not like out here just wasting my time. I'm not out here just like, okay, we'll see how it goes. No, like I'm trying to like find my wife. I'm trying to get busy. I'm trying to like, create a future, like a family, like build a kingdom and stuff like that with her. I'm not out here trying to just, we'll see what works. In my opinion, that's wasting my time and also wasting her time. If, like you said, if I don't see a future with you, if I don't see that you have the potential to be someone that I would want to be my wife, then I'm not going to waste your time.
No, but okay, I get it, but it's like, okay, when I said that, okay, what I think personally, right? I think when I try to date somebody and I try to go into like a relationship with somebody, I am not looking at the person like, oh my God, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm looking at them like, okay, this is a person that I want to date right now. Then if I'm dating a person and I see that this person is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, then yes, it's going to lead into that. It's going to proceed into that. But I can't just go into a relationship. I've been dating you. Like, yeah, we love each other, whatever. But it's like, do I really, really know you? You don't really know somebody. Even sometimes you may be with someone for like even a year and you don't really know them. I'm not saying that long, but I'm just saying that like I don't really know you. So the whole thing I disagree with that people keep saying is like, I'm saying that like I don't know you enough to decide that I want to marry you. Just because I'm dating you, you may be showing me some characteristics, some traits that are good and attractive or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I stay with you for longer, then I'll realize that, like, okay, this isn't probably somebody that, that I want to spend the rest of my life with, or this is probably someone I want to spend the rest of my life with.
But dating to marry doesn't necessarily mean that you are expecting the person you're with to be your wife.
That's what it sounds like.
No. That's not what it is. It just means that what it means is your end game is marriage.
Yeah.
That's what it means. It means that when you're dating to marry, it means that your end game is marriage.
So
you're constantly seeking to find the person. As a matter of fact, I think that people who date to marry probably go through more relationships because they move on as soon as they realize that this person is not someone I can marry.
I'm glad you said that, because I kind of want to get something off my chest, because my friends kind of give me a lot of slack for that, because they'll say, oh, like, you've talked to so many girls, or just like, oh my God, like, you're always talking to somebody, or like, I cut people off pretty fast. It's like, it's not because I'm just like, oh no, I don't like these women, or because like I'm trying to be like a hoe or something like that.
You know what you want.
I know what I want, and if this girl is not meeting that, because I think the way that I look at it is based off attraction. So one of the first things is attraction. Cool, if I'm attracted to you, all right, cool. Now we can engage in conversation. Once we're engaging in conversation, in my opinion, if we're talking every single day, I'm gonna know if I want to pursue this or not. And I know if you are what I want in a wife. I know if I want to continue and maybe make you my girlfriend, then go from there. You know these things.
Yeah.
And the way that I date, I know after a certain period of time if I want to continue this relationship. If I don't, I'm gonna cut ties. No bad blood, but it's just like, I don't see a future with you, so I'm just going to keep it pushing. It's not me going into a relationship saying, you have to be my wife. It's just like, okay, I'm going into this with the mindset that I'm looking for my wife.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's not like...
And my friends give me the same slack, too, because my friends there's this, like, running joke about, like, me dating, me having dated a lot of guys over the past few years. I went through a period where I didn't date at all for personal reasons. But then once I did start dating again, I didn't date for about 3 years. But then once I started dating again, I would, not everyone I date is going to make it into the boyfriend phase. Although I've dated a lot of guys, I have not had many boyfriends or many serious committed relationships. I've had maybe 3 in my whole life, and I'm like early 30s, 32, right? I've had only 3 really serious relationships, and it's because I'm dating you. First of all, if we're having conversations, I can tell you probably max a month in whether or not you're someone I want to keep seeing. And once I realize that this is not someone I can see myself with or someone I want to marry, then I'm gonna cut it off. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste you to waste my time. If you're doing things like that, especially if there's red flags, especially if you get caught in a lie, or you're showing me that you don't even have the commitment to communicate on a regular basis. Like, I'm not hearing from you for a few days at a time. Like, that to me is a red flag. And it doesn't mean that, oh, you're a bad person, or I don't like you, or I hate you. It just means that you're not right for me. So next, and let's keep it pushing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like a lot of heartbreak would be avoided if more people dated with intentionality, because you're very more decisive and you're very more intentional on who you're talking to. You're not just going to get into relationships and just talk to anybody. And again, I think you're more aware of these red flags. If you see that this person is not lining up with what you want, okay, move on, versus like, oh, well, I want to give them some time, or, oh, well, maybe they can overcome these. We don't have time to just try to baby and coddle people through things. If they're not there, just move on. We're not saying that you guys have to cut ties completely, you can't be friends, but you need to move on, and maybe they need to work on themselves, or you need to work on yourselves, or whatever. But a lot of heartbreak would be avoided if there's just, okay, you're not what I'm looking for, let's go and find somebody that is.
Yeah, but people keep people around, and that's how a heartbreak comes in. People keep people around because they're like, they just want to be with someone, even though they know I have no intentions of marrying you. Especially if we're not on the same page. Like, I'm looking at you in a serious way. You're like, let's have fun and see where it goes. And someone always gets hurt in that scenario. I think
if your end game is not like, if you do intend to marry, I believe you should date with the intentions of marrying. But if you don't have any intentions of getting married, like, some people, fine. They just don't want to get married. All right, fine. Then don't take this advice.
That's really.
But I think if you do want to get married eventually, I do believe you should be dating with intentionality, because you're not gonna have to go through as many hurdles and you go through many relationships, but not as many hurdles and heartbreaks as people that are just out here just dating freely.
Who wants to give 3-4 years,
That's
even
what I'm
9 months,
saying.
6
And
months
the joint don't
to
work
someone
out.
that you know or likely isn't going to work out? I've seen people be in 10-year relationships and in the end they split, they don't even get married, and it's like, why did you give this person 2, 3, 4, 10 years of your life knowing that it's not gonna lead to anything concrete?
When you could have like spent those years,
spent
betting yourselves,
building yourself,
or going and finding somebody that you actually really can build with, or they are the person you're looking for, and then you guys can build together, and you can build your family. But I feel like you're out here wasting time with people you have no business being with, and then now we're just wasting time, and now you're wasting their time doing what?
Especially if that person actually wants to marry and is thinking, maybe I could marry you. Right, but you're not looking at marriage. The person is looking at marriage. In the end, it doesn't work, and one person gets left really heartbroken. Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of hurdles and heartbreak can be avoided if we just stay with more attention.
I have a question for Julian, for Vic though.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you want to marry? Is marriage the end goal for you?
Yeah. Okay. The whole thing with like the dating with intention, I mean, yeah, dating with intention always, yeah, but like dating to marry is like, I feel like also depends on how old you are. Like if you're younger, you're not dating to marry anybody.
Julian is really young.
I am.
Yeah, I don't know. Julian is very different.
I'm 22.
No, I know a lot of young men who are Julian's age who think that way though.
But I'm like, I'm really surprised because like I'm like Julian. I'm like, okay, that's great. No, that's great. But I'm like,
but not everyone's like that.
if you're
Right,
younger, I feel like you're not. When you get older, when you get like your 30s, I feel like you're like
30s.
When you get older, I didn't say old.
No. I'm just saying 30s, as in like
No,
that's
I feel like 30s. Like I feel
so
like
you as in not thinking about marriage until you're 30.
No. I say like I'm not saying until you're 30. I'm saying people in their 30s are
thinking
more
about marriage,
intentional about what they do.
I've been thinking about marriage since I was like 17.
But like really, no, I wasn't.
Yeah. No. That's a lie. I planned my wedding when I was 8. But that's different.
Well, she's a girl.
No,
I feel like all due respect, I feel like most
I'm not about to be planning my.
Yeah.
Nah, me, I wasn't though. I wasn't like, I'm not like thinking like, even I was like, I'm dating, but I'm like, okay, I'm just dating. But then it's like it's the girl person. I'm like, okay, this person I want to like marry or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what it. But I don't like date you and be like. I don't like date you and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry you or whatever. I don't do that shit. I don't know.
No, it's not dating you like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna marry. It's just like
I don't go into dates thinking that like this is the person I'm gonna marry.
Do you ask the question?
Ask if they have the potential to be somebody?
I think people need to go into relationships with like just go. How about like going into a relationship just to enjoy the fucking fact that you're in a relationship?
No.
Or just enjoy each other's company. I just enjoy your whatever. If it's short, if it's long, if it's whatever it is, just enjoy the moment. I
Living
think
in the moment.
People are always thinking about. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like thinking about the future. It's like you think about the future so much that you forget about the present. You're just living in the future.
I think you can do both.
Yeah.
But also that's fine. Like what you're saying is fine as long as you and your partner are on the same page.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like this person is wants to marry you.
No. Of course you're on the same page. No.
Yeah.
Of course you're on the same page. No. Okay. And also I got asked this question one time because like I think the last episode, some girl asked me. She asked me if I was dating, if I dated somebody and like I knew I wasn't gonna marry her, why was I dating her? Yeah.
Would you stay in the relationship if you knew you would not marry that girl? If I knew
I would not marry that girl, I'm like, yes, I would. Because no, the reason why that is because like at the time again, I was younger, I was in high school, so whatever. But
right now though.
No, I'm right now.
No, I'm saying would you? I'm not saying. I'm not talking about your situation.
Right now, yes, I would, but I wouldn't be like for a long time. Like I would, like if I was dating you for like 3 months and I saw that like you had all this like you had some things and beliefs that like I didn't really like, you know, I wouldn't be like okay, like that's no, no, if you had red flags, yeah, I can cut shit off because of red flags. But if I see you that I'm like, I don't think, like, you know, even you don't really know, no. Sometimes you're like, I don't really know if this girl. But then sometimes you're like, then when you really know, you're like, okay, I really know that this isn't the one. And then you just like, whatever, to like.
Do you stay?
But it's not like you stay forever. But like you stay, you're not gonna be like, okay, yeah, this isn't the one. Bye. You know what I mean? This is the one.
How long would you stay though? How long would you stay in a relationship?
You get what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna. I get that. Yeah, if you're like, this is not what I'm gonna marry. Yes, it's not what I'm gonna marry, but it can still be someone that I'm gonna date. Like I can date you and be fine with dating you without thinking that like, oh, if I'm not gonna marry you, like, you know, there's actually people that you just learn things from, like learn experiences. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just date for experience. Sometimes you date for whatever reason you want to date for, but like, you don't always gotta date and be like, yeah. But I mean, now it's a different conversation as far as like when you're getting older, because when you're getting older, it's not a lot of time to like be playing around and like thinking about.
So you do. So okay, I want to understand this. So you do ultimately want to marry. You want to get married.
I mean, I think now, yes. Now I'm at the age where
ultimately,
yes.
whenever.
No,
like,
before
like
I was dating to get married. Hell no.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
No, even right now.
She's asking just like in general.
In general,
do you want to get married one day?
Do you want to someday get married? Okay, fine. All right. Okay, so you someday want to get married, right? So I guess my next question is, regardless of age, okay, let's talk about right now in your life, right? I'm not talking about your current relationship. I'm just in a hypothetical scenario.
Yeah.
You meet a girl, right? You guys are in a relationship. She is your girlfriend. You're not just dating. She's your actual girlfriend, right? And you're like, this girl has some characteristics. I enjoy her company, but she does have some characteristics that I would not want in my future wife. So I already know that this is a girl I would not marry.
Yeah, I'm not.
But would you keep dating her, and how long would you keep dating her?
See, some relationships you just end it for fun.
Okay.
So like in those kind of relationships, you don't have to like just cut things off. You just know it's just for fun.
You just keep it going.
Yeah, some relationships, you know, okay, this person is like real. This person is legit. Like, we can build something with this. You know what I mean?
What if she's talking about marriage?
Yeah.
No, that's a different thing. If she's talking about marriage, it's like, okay, you gotta go. No. It's like if we gotta know. We gotta know.
That's fine.
We gotta be on the same page.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
she's in a point where she whole mindset is like, we're gonna get married, and I know for sure that that's not what I want to get married to, she's gone.
Yeah.
Like instantly. But like if that's someone that I feel like I want to get married to, then yeah, I'll have that conversation with her. Like I'm not obligated to marry or do anything to anybody. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like we're dating. And even why do people feel like marriage is such a big end goal that like, bro, people get married and literally they still have shitty ass relationships, or they get married and they divorce in like 3 months or 1 year or whatever. It's like marriage is great. I'm not bashing marriage. I want to get married too. Like, marriage is great, and so like great marriage is great. But I'm just saying, people have such a big, high expectation about like if you get married, like life is gonna be like so different, or like if you get married, like this, we're gonna have our kids, we're gonna live in a nice house, we're gonna be. No, people get married, and people are dating that have just been dating and living together for 5-10 years or whatever, and have a happier homes than a lot of marriages. So it's not. I mean, I'm not taking anything from marriage. I'm not taking. I'm not taking anything from marriage. Like, marriage is great. I want to get married too, but it's not. Marriage is not just like, I'm not just on earth to like get. I'm not just like my end goal is like marriage.
Yeah, marriage doesn't just fix
So
everything.
if you never got married, you would also be fine.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know what I wouldn't be fine with if I never had kids.
Okay.
I would never be. If I can't have kids, I would literally like, I don't know what I would do.
Okay.
But like, I would want to have kids no matter what. If I never got married, bro, I know people. Okay, there's this guy I know, my dad's friend, one of his friends that live in California. I'm pretty sure he got married before or whatever. They divorced. He's been with this same girl, this lady. They didn't get married or anything. They're living beautiful, peaceful, happy relationship.
Oprah and Stedman. Oprah and Stedman.
Okay, yeah, not even yeah, exactly. They're living. They're having a great time. They. It's like sometimes in some situations, like people try to put like this pressure of like we have to do this, and then like instead of like enjoying, like they've been together, they're enjoying the moment. You know what I mean? If you like they're having a good time. So what am I gonna go do? Go tell them they're like, oh, you guys are not married, so it's like it's not, you guys are not doing the right thing.
Okay,
no,
I get that, but I think relationships in general, whether you're married or not, relationships in general, is hard. I think what marriage says is, well, for a lot of people, first of all, it's religious and it's spiritual, right?
It's religious,
but outside of religion and spirituality, it is it's to me it signifies a commitment that we have made a decision and we're making a commitment to each other, that I'm choosing you and you're choosing me, and we're deciding that we are going to commit ourselves to spending the rest of our lives together. That's what marriage means to me. And that's actually the reason I'm not married. I could have been married a few times, honestly, by now. I chose not to get married because I only want to do that shit once, right? And if I'm not 100% sure, or if I think that there's a chance that, of course, nobody knows everything.
Yeah.
If I think that there's a chance that we could get divorced, you know, and that's why I'm so hard. That's why I'm like, nigga, you gotta go to the left, because like, I can't risk choosing the wrong person, right? No matter how long it takes. Like, I'm not, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm not even in a rush. Like, I'm really comfortable and I'm content with where I am. I'm just like, when the person comes, when the time comes, it comes, because I would have rather that. Because I see a lot of women who get married in their like 40s and 50s and they're like really happy. And I'm like, I would rather be one of those women than to be someone who got married early because, oh, you're 30, so now you have to get married. And I marry the wrong person and I'm miserable.
Also, when even people that marry like when they're 40s and 50s, it's like the way I feel like it's even those people, like when you're at that stage of life and you meet somebody, the person already knows what the hell they want. Like they know, like when you're I know people even 30, 20, whatever, some of them already know, but I'm saying like when you're really 50, like people at 50, they did a week and they're like moving in together because like they know what like, you know, they know what the hell they want, and the older you get, the more
I feel like I'm there now,
the less time, you know,
even at 30.
What?
I feel like I'm there now at 30. Like I know exactly what it's a maturity, right? Exactly.
Yeah, you know what you want, but it's like I feel like what older never mind.
No, you're right though.
Other people, I feel like they just
they don't waste time. They're just like,
they don't waste time. They know
you're my person. I'm your person. I just know it.
Yeah, we know. We just fit. Like, that's yeah.
I mean, if you've been out here for 30, 20, 40 years, I mean, I would hope that.
Yeah.
I would hope that you know what you want.
So like even if you're waiting to like 40 or whatever, and you find it's not about.
Yeah. I don't want to wait till 40.
I don't
it's not ideal.
I don't think it's about like.
But if I have to, I will. I hope I don't have to. But if I have to, I would rather do that than to marry someone who isn't right for me. Just because society is telling me, oh, you're 30, you're supposed to be married. You know, I'd rather wait than to be like jump into something, but I don't want to. I would rather not.
Gotcha.
Ideally, that nigga would just come along right now and we can just.
Go ahead.
Just do what needs to be done, because a bitch ain't got time, honestly.
I got you. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example, like a scenario, right? And then you guys let me know. So a friend of mine, he was dating this girl, and he was dating her to marry her because he wanted to marry and he liked the girl, whatever. But then after dating her for a period of time, let's say 6 months or whatever, he found out that the girl had a crazy ass student loan. Like she had over $130,000 student loan debt, and then she had like bad credit score. Then she had like over like $30,000 or $60,000 in like credit card, debt. Like $30,000 in credit, other debt. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, So you're dating to marry, but in that situation, do you proceed with it and be like, oh yeah, we're dating to marry? Like what? That's what I'm saying about like the whole thing about dating to marry, because I'm just like, if you're dating to marry and you find some shit like that, like at that point, that's not dating to marry. You know what I mean? It's now dating to date.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean? So like, what would you do?
Well, it depends.
situation?
No, that's still
She
dating
has
to
to
marry.
go.
If you walk away, I don't. Okay, all right, go ahead, Julian.
She's got to go. She is a financial liability when it comes to marriage. Even when it comes to relationship, even if you do not get married, she's most likely going to be a financial burden because she obviously, from her track record, does not prioritize her finances in terms of buying what she can afford or paying off her debt and, you know, living a comfortable lifestyle, but at the same time being able to afford what you have. And if you are, the way that I look at it, just like when I'm dating, I plan to have a lot of money one day. And because of that, whenever I'm dating someone, I look at how do you spend finances. Are you a financial liability? Are you just buying things willy-nilly without thinking about the repercussions or thinking about how expensive things are? Because my money is now our money, so I'm going to give you access to this money. Can I trust you with this money? Based off of her track record, I can't trust you with this. You're going to blow everything we have. And then I'm working day and night. I don't know if you're going to be working. We'll discuss that when we get there. But now we have no money, all because you just want to go buy all these expensive things you did not need. And now look at us. And then I feel like that could be avoided if you're dating with intentionality and be like, okay, hey, I understand you're great on some of these aspects, but this needs to be talked about and addressed. And if she can fix it, if she can show that she's working to fix that, cool. But she is a financial liability. This is a fact. Now, however she approaches that after that, then, you know, we can discuss that. But the fact is, she's a liability. You have to change this because we're not going to go into marriage and I can't trust you with our money.
Right.
I
mean, I don't know that I would end my relationship on that based on that. I think that there's a number of things that I would have to take into consideration. Okay, we would first have to have a discussion. I would like to know how you arrived at this point. And then what are your views now? Is this maybe debt that you first of all, student loan debt, half America has that. So I get it. But for the rest of the debt, is this a situation where you just made bad decisions when you were younger and now you're working to fix them? Or are you even willing to work to fix them? Are you willing to, because I mean, if everything else is great, if we are in love, because I mean, when it comes to love, I'm a purist. I'm a Cancer, okay? So if we love each other and we see a future with each other and we're compatible, I don't think your debt is enough. I think that this is something that there are things that you cannot work on, where the relationship just has to end because we can't work on this, or we're both not willing to work on this. But there's some things I think can be worked on and can be fixed, and this is one of them. I think that you have financial responsibility classes that you can take. There are courses that you can take. There are, especially if she, she's educated and works.
I got you.
And she can work to pay off her student loan debt. Student loan debt probably gonna get canceled. Hopefully, fingers crossed, at some point, anyways.
But I feel like the bottom line is not even just that. I think it all just like boils down to like, okay, even if like let's say the student loan get canceled or whatever, your habits.
You're talking about the spending habits.
Your habits.
But I'm saying, that can be corrected, I think, and you can work on that.
It's hard, especially like
it's hard.
It's like, wouldn't you just rather have somebody that has some sense in them?
I'm just saying, for me, I think that
is that. Are you okay? So you're looking at it from a
I'm thinking on a logical standpoint, right? Especially if I'm thinking marriage. If I'm thinking dating just to date, yes, I could like be with you with your $20,000 student loan or whatever.
It's an individual thing.
But no, if I'm dating you to marry and I know you have a terrible spending habit, I don't really know if I can do that.
Well, that's fine. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Everyone has their thing that they can't live with.
Yeah.
For me, there are things I cannot live with. That maybe for you that would be okay. And for me, this is something that I think is fixable. If it's something that
it's fixable.
If we are, let's say we spend the next year, like, okay, babe, we're working towards marriage, and these are the things that we we're working towards marriage, and these are the things that we need to fix.
Childish for that. You're childish for that.
Bro,
I'm listening to you.
I don't even hear
I'm
it.
listening to you.
That's a mountain
He's
of
childish for
debts,
that.
bro.
I'm listening. No, it can
But
be
the
paid
half,
off.
what I'm saying is a lot of people have
take some time.
student loan. 1 year's tuition for many colleges is like over 50,000.
Yeah,
so
mine
this
was-
is not uncommon. You're hardly going to find anyone who went to a 4-year institution who doesn't have a mommy and daddy who paid for everything for them, who doesn't have over $100,000 in student loan fees. Like that is just
Okay.
it's. I don't know.
Okay, keep going. I hear you.
Maybe it's
But that's
not.
not true,
It
but I
might
hear
not
you.
be relatable to. Maybe it's not relatable to you if you had parents who were able to pay your tuition in full, or maybe you had a scholarship, or maybe you.
Yeah, most people get a scholarship now. Like
No.
some sort of scholarship.
No, that's not factual.
But most
That's-
people.
That's
see,
factually inaccurate.
No, I'm
though.
saying most people get some sort of scholarship. I'm not even saying.
But
all,
your scholarship might
okay.
be
I don't. I'm not trying to drill you off your thought.
yeah.
Keep going. Sorry.
even. That's factually inaccurate. First of all,
Okay.
most people do not get enough
Got you.
scholarship
Got you. No,
to
not enough.
cover
Not enough.
their- right.
I'm
okay.
not. Okay.
Well, that
Just keep
Okay,
going.
yeah,
We're gonna
you
drill
got-
you.
The
you-
vast majority of Americans, and not everyone qualifies for some of these scholarships, right?
Okay.
There are some people who don't qualify for scholarships. They don't qualify for grants or
So-
FAFSA or whatever. So
So you say everyone has. this
I'm not
thing.
saying everyone, but I'm saying there are a lot of Americans or a lot of people in America who have a mountain of student loan debt.
Okay.
Right? So I wouldn't even factor the student loan debt into it at all.
Okay.
Right?
So the other
But for
debt is what you're
for
concerned
the rest of
about.
the debt, the other $50,000 or $60,000, I would want to get to the root of the spending habit to begin with.
Okay.
Right? And then see if that's something that we can fix. Now, if we can work to fix this, and I can see you making improvements and making changes within, say, the next 6 months to a year, then I would continue. I would not end my relationship on this basis.
Got you.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of thing you're like, oh, I see what's going on, but I don't think we're gonna. That's what I was talking about. Like, I see what's going on. I hear you. I don't think this is gonna lead to marriage, but I'm not gonna just break up
I
you
will
because you
hear
have
you out.
$200,000.
I'll
What's
hear you
that?
out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was
Well, you
talking
wouldn't, but you would.
I will hear you
Because
out,
you
but
wouldn't
you have to give
continue
me
on if you knew you didn't want to
legitimate
marry.
No,
reasons
but
how
yeah, but
you
I'm just
should
saying that,
live.
like, in that kind of situation, I'm not gonna just be like, you know what, like,
You're done.
yeah, you're done. Nah, you're not done.
But
like,
what about everything else, though?
What do you
No,
mean?
If that's
yes.
the only thing, unless there are
That's
other
the-
things.
That's the thing, though.
I'm
Love
sorry.
is.
I can't do that.
I
No.
get it, I get it.
Because finances are a really big thing. We can be in love and everything, but if we have no home, we have no cars, we have nothing.
Yeah.
I get
Also,
it.
you set
Because-
up your
because you
life,
just-
your whole.
Yeah, like your whole
Bro,
like
this forever
finances are
thing is
everything.
is a forever. This forever thing is a forever thing, bro.
I have
Mind
to
you,
be able
I'm
to
also
trust you.
speaking
So it's
on-
like you're not gonna be doing forever with someone that's gonna. Even that's why sometimes.
Exactly, but forever. You're
But-
talking,
but
you're
that's
talking
what-
about $50,000 in debt that
but
can be
it's not
fixed
about. It's not
Absolutely.
about.
over the course of say 5 years
not
if you're
even
really
about- it's-
disciplined.
No, it's not even
Easily.
about the student
But
loan.
what
debt.
is that compared to
It's
forever?
more about like she would work, she would use the money, she would really have 3
You're
jobs.
talking about what this says about her character and her spending habits.
Yes,
Yeah.
But what I'm
like,
saying is, what if this is something that
Right.
she is willing to do the work to fix?
Then we should be fine.
I mean,
to
that's
be
a
honest.
different
And she can
situation.
show you this over the course of.
Then we
Now,
should be
for
good.
me, I'm gonna sound like a bit of a hypocrite here, right? I think me as a woman.
You started after you be like, Vic, I don't remember when I said that. Keep
No, no,
going.
Stop it. What were we saying? What were we gonna say? What
No,
were we
no,
gonna
no,
Go
say?
ahead.
Say.
Me as a
You
woman,
got it.
It's I.
I'm gonna edit this part and put it right there on Instagram. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Me as a woman.
No. I don't know. I think that the opinion I'm giving is on the
Me
basis
as a
of
woman.
a man making this decision about a woman.
Right.
I think for me, though, or because of my views of what a marriage is supposed to be and who is supposed to bear the financial responsibilities and so on, what's the problem?
I'm listening.
Okay, thanks.
I'm like,
So, and
I'm
who I think is supposed to bear the financial responsibilities in a marriage? I'm not talking about dating.
Who do you believe is
Keep going.
supposed to bear the
I'm
financial-
well. I will get there if you guys
Okay,
calm down.
I'm sorry.
So,
okay.
so I So I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a boyfriend girlfriend situation here. I'm talking about in a marriage, right? Because I believe my views in a marriage are pretty I would say semi traditional. I don't know that it would give me pause. I still wouldn't end my relationship, but it would give me pause, and we would really have to do some real work.
Yeah, you wouldn't end
to get to it, to see how we can fix this. Because for me, my husband is a person I'm looking to take care of my family. Right? I'm not saying 100% on his own, but mostly.
Okay. A lot, not mostly, but a lot.
I think,
mostly.
Okay.
I think like the way I'm looking at it is from that point of view, because I look at myself as the breadwinner on the family. So as the breadwinner of the family, I have to make financial decisions, and I'm looking in to a degree like marriage is a business. It's a relationship.
It is literally.
Are you an investment or are you a liability? And in this aspect, you're a liability. Absolutely, I'm willing to hear you out and see, if we can overcome these things. But this is a discussion that needs to be held, and this is not something we can just overlook. Like, you need to fix this. This needs to get taken care of, because again, this is showing me that you have been irresponsible. You do not prioritize the right things, and this is a track record I'm not going to keep having, because again, once I have a lot of money, I want to be able to trust you with that money. But I don't want to have to be in this relationship, in this marriage,
and have
looking over my shoulder like, can I trust you with the numbers to this account?
I got you.
Because if not, then our relationship is built on what?
Yeah, because then you think about children, and you think about, you don't want when you think about your children, and having to provide for your children, you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's gonna spend money that's supposed to be invested in your children.
Absolutely.
And feed your children, keep a roof over your children's head.
Exactly.
Their tuition, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Can't be out here buying all these.
I think a lot of people are really funny about their views on
but
a lot of things.
You mean?
But we're not gonna talk about. I feel like I don't want to
This is really a discussion that I really want to have with you, though, Vic. Maybe in this episode, maybe in another episode. Yeah. But I really do want us to have the conversation of financial responsibilities in a relationship.
I would love
at all the different stages.
I would absolutely
at all the different stages.
I would love it. Absolutely love it.
Okay, we're gonna do that. But before we get distracted, I just want to go back to the original thing and say the topic about dating with intention. So yeah, based on the things you guys kind of said, I feel like I understand and I agree with you. Because thinking about it, initially my thought process was when I'm dating somebody, I'm not thinking about marriage, because I'm just going into relations as a relationship, and then if anything comes out of it, it comes out. You know what I mean? But the way you said it, saying when you're dating somebody and then you see some signs that this person's not gonna be a
good wife, mother.
Marriage, a way, then
you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't continue.
I wouldn't continue. Yeah, if I was dating somebody when I was younger, I was just dating to pass time. You know what I mean? No,
not like that. That's right.
Yeah, when you're younger, you just dating.
Vic was.
When I was younger, I know I was gonna go to college. I knew it was gonna be a whole different. I knew there was so many years before I would actually think about settling down and starting. But yes, now I'm thinking about it. If I actually didn't see someone as a potential wife, I would literally break up with them.
Right.
Yeah.
You think you're at that point in life now?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's we're not gonna talk about this. But yeah, but I'm at that point, where I feel if I don't see what is the point?
And I think that's kind of what we were saying.
But do you think you might wait it out longer though? Still be okay.
No. I'm not. Okay. The thing is, I don't want to be saying it on camera because. But
we're gonna get you in trouble.
You don't want to incriminate yourself.
Okay, I would say because the thing is, even with me, I wouldn't I would rather not even be in a relationship if it was up to me. You know what I mean? So being in a relationship that's forced or like that I don't like the person at all, or I don't see the future of the person, I really wouldn't be able to do it because I don't even want to do this anyway. So if like I really like, you know, you really gotta be that person. You really gotta be a really great person for me to be like, okay, I'm going through with this because like you know it's worth it.
Yeah.
But if you're not, it's like I'm not about to waste my time with you, bro. Like like literally. So yeah, I agree with you guys. You guys turned me like to the other side on this one.
Very historic moment. Very historic.
But
moment.
yeah.
You know.
But yeah, guys. Okay, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up. Hey guys, just kind of let us know what you think. Do you guys date to marry? Do you guys think they kind of convinced you if you were thinking the other way, or what do you think? If you still stand strong on your point that you don't really date to marry, like let us know. Just leave some comments underneath. And lastly, just let us know where you found us. Twitter, Instagram, whatever, TikTok, whatever, however you found us. Oh, you just let us know. Thank you guys for watching to this episode. Once again, it's your boy Vic and your boy Julien and Kimberly. Bye.